If you ever played Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal, you would be familiar with how much of a pain Clair, the 8th gym leader, is. Her team of dragon types, led by the mighty Kingdra, will always be a tough nut to crack no matter what you do. But you would think, if Clair gets to have a Kingdra, why don't we, the player, get our own overpowered dragon? That should get the entire region of Jhoto to fear and respect us, right? Well, this is what we're going to be investigating in this video. So we ask, how well did Kingdra do in the Gen 2 games? In Gold, Silver, and Crystal, Horsea can only be found as late as Whirl Island and requires both Surf and Whirlpool to find. This means that you cannot get it unless you have defeated Gym Leader Price, as it's impossible to use the Whirlpool out of battle before then. Once a Horsea is caught, it could be evolved into Seadra by leveling it up to 32. From there, all we have to do is to use a PK Hex, trade it to a friend that we definitely have and have it thus evolved to Kingdra thanks to the dragon scale it was holding in the wild. And then our friend, which we definitely have, trade it back to us, allowing us to see how good this Pokemon can truly be. Kingdra is truly a singular Pokemon. It does not only have great stats, especially in a gen with so few good Pokemon, but an absolutely fantastic typing, which makes it only weak to Dragon-type moves. This means that, apart from the few fights which actually boast the dreaded Dragon-type moves, Kingdra can be seen as a Water-type Pokemon with zero weaknesses, similar to Spiritomb before the 6th generation or Electros before the you-know-about-Mold Breaker generation. The first fight our great dragon faces is Jasmine with their steel types, and would you absolutely look at that, Kingdra just plain one-shots everything. We were kind of not expecting Kingdra to plain one-shot the Magnemites, so we decided to run a few calcs to make sure we were not just using the best Kingdra of all times. As it turns out, even the worst Kingdra of all time will outspeed and one-shot all of this squad. Way to go, buddy! Now, measly steel types were obviously no match for Kingdra, because you know how the Pokemon trainer saying goes, it takes a dragon to beat a dragon. Thus, Kingdra faces Clair and her own Kingdra. Now, how smoothly this fight goes depends on whether you pick up the Blizzard TM from the game corner. If you don't, you are going to kill one Dragonair or two most of the time. Those bastards might be weak to Icy Wind, but they will paralyze you and chip you down with their decent stats, a fate that you can escape only through them getting the 20% random chance to miss their status moves enough times throughout the battle. If you get Blizzard though, you will one-shot every single Dragonair with ease, leaving you open to a Titan mirror match that makes any anime finale look like a freaking pillow fight in comparison. As far as the Clair Kingdra matchup is concerned, the opponent has the one weapon to beat Kingdra, Stab Dragon Breath. This move, which is usually not a big deal since it's super effective against 4 out of the 251 Pokemon in the game, is actually the determining factor for this matchup. The player's Kingdra will only have access to the weaker Twister, which does not hold a candle to Dragon Breath, that is, except if you get degenerate flinch luck with it. From the Elite Four on, we can notice a phenomenon that we will dub the Kingdra Theorem. What the Kingdra Theorem states is that, in the Gen 2 games, as long as a Pokemon is not a Dragon type with strong stab or one of a few special tanks, Kingdra will be at least very decent against it. Is Kingdra good against Will? Kingdra Theorem. Kingdra can 1v1 each Pokemon on his team, except for, exactly, a Slowbro that managed to stack Amnesia boost and did not get crit. You can very realistically kill 3 Pokemon on his team thanks to the sheer power of Surf and the coverage of Blizzard for Executor. What about Koga? Kingdra Theorem. Kingdra can easily beat every single Pokemon but could be chipped at with Toxic, Protect, and Evasion Scum strats, but getting a few kills is always good. Bruno? Kingdra Theorem, apart from Onix being obviously free. You can 1v1 the Machamp if you did not take a lot of damage, or alternatively kill a few Hitmons, depending on your preference. Karen, same old story. Kingdra can once again 1v1 every single thing and will probably get more than one kill. But the most important part is the fact that it can counter the dangerous Houndoom, which can otherwise get out of hand quickly. Lance, contrary to his Elite Four squad, actually has a few of the things Kingdra does not want to see. Gyarados is kind of a pain to deal with thanks to its surf resistance and good special defense, as well as access to Hyper Beam. Now, whether you beat it 1v1 depends a lot on what Lance goes for and RNG, but Kingdra can use its time a lot more effectively. See, 2 of the 3 Dragonites on Lance's team have only Twister as a dragon move, while Kingdra has Blizzard, and even if the third one has Outrage, it would have to count on a Blizzard miss. Moreover, Charizard and Aerodactyl get totally drowned by Surf, giving Kingdra great targets against one of the hardest fights in the game. Come to think of it, maybe I should allow trade evolutions in my Nuzlocke. In the Kanto region, the Kingdra theorem continues to hold true, as the Kingdra gets more than one kill in every single gym. Now, granted, part of that is because you will be a bit over-leveled for most of them, which is part of why Gen 2 Kanto is so weird. But at any rate, Kingdra will either outright sweep or heavily dent anything that it faces, depending on AI and, in Erica's case, accuracy RNG. Though it gets a few guaranteed sweeps in the case of Blaine, Brock, and of course Janine. Janine really sucks, doesn't she? Against Blue, Kingdra is, once again, good against everything except for the monster that is Gyarados, and it has 2 very convenient targets in Rhydon, which it drowns, and Arcanine, which it quad resists and, well, drowns. From there, the player is free to invest their Kingdra in 1v1ing the Pokemon most problematic to them, whether that be trying to Blizzard or Icy Wind through Executor, easily defeat Pidgeot, or outmatch Alakazam. Against Red, the same story goes. 2 great targets in Pikachu and Charizard, 1 massive special wall in Snorlax, and a few other Pokemon that you get to choose between for which you want to invest your Kingdra in. Overall, Kingdra is absolutely phenomenal in these games and goes to show that not all Pokemon typings are created equal. So, how did you like Gen 2 Kingdra? Do you think it's worth PK hexing? Asking your friends to trade for? Or do you think the 1000 water types Jhoto has are enough replacements for it? Feel free to let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Take a look at some of our other videos, and on that note, have a great one.